What's up, Gemini? This is going to be your financial read rest of June 2020. Let's jump right into it. Cards are already shuffled. You got the Princess of Cups in the reverse. I read this as the Page of Cups in the reverse. Page is young energy. Cups is water, emotion. Could be relationship, could be an emotional offer. When it's in the reverse, maybe you didn't get that job, or you could be wanting to leave a job, because I do see her shackled here, ball and chain. So in the reverse, I could see that as coming out of that energy. Maybe a lot of pressure, maybe a lot of spotlight energy on you. So you could be emerging from that energy. In regards to finances and career, yeah, you're moving to a better place internally. This is the Six of Swords. It's interesting because, finance and career, when the Six of Swords emerges in the reverse, I read it as an internalization of moving to a better place internally. You could also read the Princess, point being, I read reversals as, depending contextually, as internal cards, as opposed to something physically happening, out in the 3D realm. But the Page of Cups is about an offer, a young offer, nothing too extreme or serious. The card above that, the Knight, is usually more engagement, as in like interactive. So we could go a lot of ways here. Let's see if Spirit can clarify this. There's a lot of interpretations for what this is, but you got two reversals popping out. Yeah, this is definitely in regards to Pentacles, work, finances, new beginnings. You could be coming out of an old contract or something. I also read this as like spiritual work. Like I've been kind of preaching to try to move as closely as to earning, your dollars and cents via, what your natural talents are. That's kind of essentially my message of this channel for all intents and purposes. Yeah, you're making progress. You're planning with the Two of Pentacles, strategizing. There's some sort of internal movement that's going on, based on a lack of an offer. You could be doing a side business, side hustle, supplementary income. Yeah, you have options here with the Seven of Cups right here. That signifies options in regards to work. Again, primarily, I'm just getting the sense of like dismay over some offer that it's not impressive to you. So you could be looking otherwise. And you have leverage. You have advantage here with the Seven of Wands. It's typically depicted as being on a higher ground, having the higher position, having the leverage to be able to make a move. And also a defensive energy, to be able to defend your ground and your territory and the ground and experience that you've acquired in your career. You have the Seven of Wands in reverse, interestingly enough, the card that I was just talking about. This is how it looks at the Stuck at Home Tarot. This deck is so interesting because I actually bought this during the whole quarantine thing, and it just happens to be called Stuck at Home. So I just found that very and they also feature like COVID molecule shapes if you're like a conspiracy theorist. But anyways, I digress. Seven of Wands. So this is There's a karmic entity in the background. There's gossip. Again, this is the energy of holding a defensive position, so you might be leaving an environment where you have to defend yourself. Okay? And you're looking for just a better environment where you don't have to defend yourself as much. Because before, I'm getting the sense that you're trying to move away from this energy. Before, you were in your head a lot with this Eight of Swords. Okay? And just very defensive by nature, having to defend your ground, your name. So this is related to finance and career. Maybe your profits. Spirit, more on like what's to come for Gemini financially. It just seems that you're in a state of options and wanting to move to a better place for better mental health, I would say. It's like I always want to be like, yeah, you're gonna hit the lottery, you're gonna like get your dream job and all that. And all that is very possible, you know. But you gotta take the right action steps, essentially. It's so possible nowadays with online businesses, and you can do whatever you want. It's usually the mindset, really. You just gotta free the mind. As soon as you free the mind, then it's, all the way up, skyrocket, there's no ceiling. This is the Eight of Swords. This is, again, just to touch more on this, it's all about, typically depicted as a blindfolded, tied up woman around 8 swords, but she could easily go over to one of those swords and use that to free herself. So if it's a mind game, if you free yourself mentally, then the sky's the limit, essentially. So yeah, I see yourself putting down the burden. First, you have to accept that it is a burden. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, you're probably going through unnecessary hardship right now in regards to finances. With the Ten of Wands is in the reverse. I also do tend to read this as like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you could have a rebirth, but right now you might not be so open to accepting the fact that like you're going through this hardship energy. Right now this guy's so burdened, the situation is like come to a close. But when it's in the reverse, it's almost like a denial of it. And then you got, once you come out of a period of rest, the Four of Swords in reverse. So it's essentially calling for this period of rest and rejuvenation. And once you come out of that, then that's when you're in your Emperor energy. Your power. But you can't get all the good that's to come if you're not accepting of what's like that burden that you're putting up with, that you don't need to. The universe is saying that is like you're working way too hard. Essentially. But so that's for whoever needs it. I'm going to do the conclusion to this reading right now, and I'm going to post it on Patreon. So if you want to see the conclusion of this reading, subscribe to Patreon and become a member, and you'll get access to exclusive content such as part 2 of this reading. All right, Gemini? Hope you got something from that. Feel free to like, share, follow me. Follow me on Periscope, YouTube, all that good stuff. And if you want a personal reading, feel free to reach out. I got all my contact info below. I'm going to look to start offering, just as a little commercial here, I'm going to look to start offering a Celtic cross reading for $35, and then a rose spread reading for $25. And then I have all my rates. Details should be posted below in the description box. All my contact information is there too. So reach out, Gemini. I would love to give you a one-on-one, face-to-face, FaceTime, or something like that. And yeah, love you lots. Peace.